Test 1 2, test 1 2, test 1 2. Perfect.
Good afternoon and welcome to the University of Charleston School of Pharmacy White Coat Ceremony. Please take a moment to silence your phones as we prepare to celebrate the newest members of our pharmacy family. My name is Carrie Murphy and I'm the Executive Director of Professional Affairs. Unfortunately, Dr. Michelle Knight, our Executive Director of Enrollment and Admissions, could not be here with us this afternoon. However, she did have a prepared message I would like to read to you to start off our White Coat Ceremony today. I would like to ask the students to remember two things during their journey here at the University of Charleston School of Pharmacy. The first is your why, or the reason you chose to become a pharmacist, especially when times are tough. Pharmacy school can have many challenges, and remembering your why can help you overcome these. The second thing I'd like you to remember is your support network, your family, friends, partners, loved ones, faculty, and staff, many of whom are joining us today to celebrate you as future pharmacists. With that, I am pleased to introduce our University of Charleston President, Dr. Marty Roth.
Thank you very much, Dr. Murphy, and good afternoon, everybody. It's a pleasure to see you here at the University of Charleston. So we really live in very interesting and challenging times. The demands on us with regard to our jobs has probably never been more complicated and more challenging. The world has become a much more complicated place. We face a myriad of social and environmental types of issues, which we read about in the paper every day and see on the news. And there's more demands and expectations on all of us to make the communities where we work, study, and live better places to be. So I think students, the class of 2026, you couldn't have made a better choice of where to pursue your PharmD degree. You are at a university whose mission is to educate each and every student, each and every one of you, for three things: a life of productive work, enlightened living, and community involvement. and I really look forward to your 4-year journey with us here at the University of Charleston in our outstanding School of Pharmacy to see how you learn, grow, and transform in those 3 critically important ways that will serve you well, not only as you enter the world of pharmacy work, but you become productive and successful members of whatever societies you choose to join and experience great personal growth and professional success throughout your journey. So I welcome you, and I look forward to a great 4 years with you. And let me now introduce the director of our choral program, Mr. Christopher Brown.
I am pleased to have the honor to introduce our guest speaker, Dr. Matt Rafa. a West Virginia native and an inaugural graduate of the University of Charleston School of Pharmacy, Dr. Rafa is a pharmacist par excellence. His awards and credentials are too numerous to state here, but standout achievements include serving as the current president-elect of the West Virginia Pharmacists Association and being awarded the WVPA Excellence in Innovation Award in 2021. He was a rising star even early in his career, earning the West Virginia Society of Health Systems Pharmacists Young Pharmacist of the Year Award in 2011 and the Ohio Marshall County Pharmacist of the Year Award in 2014. He is a shining example of the spirit of innovation that the University of Charleston instills in its students. Without further ado, please join me in welcoming Dr. Matt Rafa.
Good afternoon, faculty, staff, family and friends, and most importantly, the class of 2026. It is a tremendous honor to be asked to give my remarks at the beginning of your pharmacy career here at the University of Charleston, where I started my professional career. The white coat is a symbol of the profession, signaling your willingness to help. Donors have bestowed this coat upon you to welcome you to the profession and acknowledge your commitment to helping others. I was informed yesterday that your coats will also include a dose of naloxone, which helps in our opioid epidemic, which surrounds us. The University of Charleston and West Virginia pharmacists support and recognize you as another agent of change for West Virginians however you can. I was asked to impart some words of wisdom. I wish to highlight just a few words which hopefully serve you well in your professional journey. The first one is opportunity. I was fortunate enough to be given an opportunity to develop my professional abilities at the University of Charleston. The University of Charleston will forever provide you opportunities, but you must seize them. You are only as strong as those you choose to take. Look at extracurricular activities and as opportunities to put your education into action. Look at requirements for graduation as preparation for the real world. If opportunities were water, be a sponge. I remember getting my acceptance letter and telling myself I would not squander this opportunity. I dedicated the next 4 years to education as my priority. I wanted to prove to myself and to the University of Charleston that they had made the right choice. I wanted to prove that I was worthy to be here among my colleagues, and I wanted to prove that I was fit to be given the opportunity to carry my patients' trust. The next word is trust. You see, trust is so important in everything we do in our profession. We are one of the most trusted professionals every year when polled, and that is so powerful in the effectiveness as a healthcare provider. Trust is also what the University of Charleston has in you as students, and trust is also what helps you to build your professional skills with your patients. And you and your families have trust in the University of Charleston to develop those professional skills. Next is self-care. If there's one thing that we learned over the last couple years, it's the importance of self-care. Make sure you take care of yourself so that you can take care of others. That includes physical health, mental health, and emotional health. Don't let any aspect of your life get too ill because it will upset the other aspects. The next word is balance. Seek balance in your life. Balance in school, balance in work, relationships, friendships, and so on. Balance will allow you to be at your best even if you can't be at 100%. Advocate. You are entering a turbulent healthcare landscape, one that is harder to navigate than ever before, one where patients are relying more on patient advocates, especially in combating the rising costs of medication. Where many see this as a frustration, I challenge you to look at this as a great opportunity to build trust with your patients. recommend and collaborate with prescribers to find lower-cost alternatives. It is no longer enough to be an advocate for quality care without being an advocate for affordable quality care, because the cost can often prevent access to care. Who is in a better position to recognize a need, educate, recommend, and connect all the players in the healthcare system than us? With our knowledge of healthcare coupled with our ability to find the most affordable pathway, we are poised to continue to take on a more substantial, necessary role in patients' lives. And as a student at the University of Charleston, you are in a unique position to impact the health of West Virginians throughout the state in our legislative process. Come legislative day in January or February, use that voice to help colleagues and your patients to advocate for increased access to care in West Virginia so that we can impact more people than those we directly see face to face. So seek truth and trust, manage balance and self-care, and advocate or show your willingness to care above all. And I have no doubt that your next 4 years and your career will be very successful and rewarding. Best of luck on your journey, class of 2026. Welcome to the profession of pharmacy.
At this time, I would like to invite the class of 2026 to come forward and accept their white coats. They will be hooded by Dr. Carrie Murphy, the Executive Director of Professional Affairs, and Dr. Beth Todd, who is the advisor for the class of 2026. Chloe Anderson. Diane Ash. Taylor Ball. Thomas Bay. Miranda Birchfield. Logan Bossert. Courtney Brewer. Brenton Carney. Ronnie DeBage. Allison Given. Aaron Justice. Marnie Kirby Ballinger. Jonathan Kinder. Courtney Kincaid. Callie Light. Adalberto Lopez Nieves. Megan Lowry. Lindsay McCoy. Amanda McGlone. Emily Mice. Unsa O. Christopher Perez Hernandez. Abigail Ratliff. Megna Reddy. Nathaniel Wheeler. At this time, I would like to invite the Pharmacy Student Governance Association President forward, Kemi Omotola, to lead the Pledge of Professionalism.
Will the class of 2026 and all pharmacists in attendance please rise and join me in reciting the Pledge of Professionalism? As a student of pharmacy, I believe there is a need to build and reinforce a professional identity founded on integrity, ethical behavior, and honor. This development, a vital process in my education, will help ensure that I am true to the professional relationship I establish between myself and society as I become a member of the pharmacy community. Integrity will be an essential part of my everyday life, and I will pursue all academic and professional endeavors with honesty and commitment to service. To accomplish this goal of professional development as a student of pharmacy, I will develop a sense of loyalty and duty to the profession of pharmacy by contributing to the well-being of others and by enthusiastically accepting responsibility and accountability for membership in the profession. Foster professional competency through lifelong learning. I will strive for high ideals, teamwork, and unity within the profession in order to provide optimal patient care. Support my colleagues by actively encouraging personal commitment to the oath of a pharmacist and the code of ethics for pharmacists as set forth by the profession. Dedicate my life and practice to excellence. This will require an ongoing reassessment of personal and professional values. Maintain the highest ideals and professional attributes to ensure and facilitate the covenantal relationship required of the pharmaceutical caregiver. The profession of pharmacy is one that demands adherence to a set of rigid ethical standards. These high ideals are necessary to ensure the quality of care extended to patients I serve. As a student of pharmacy, I believe this does not start with graduation. Rather, it begins with my membership in the professional college community. Therefore, I must strive to uphold these standards as I advance toward full membership in the profession of pharmacy. As a class, we voluntarily make this pledge of professionalism. Thank you.
All right. What a wonderful, memorable, and meaningful ceremony. All right. So all together, if we could give a round of applause to the members of the University of Charleston School of Pharmacy class of 2026. And I also want to thank everyone who showed up here today to provide your support to these individual members of the class of 2026. So it means something special for them to know that they have the support of their friends and family, that they also have the support of the faculty and staff and administrators here at the School of Pharmacy. They have the support of their community members as well. So to all of those, again, I thank you. I appreciate your time on a day that most of you probably be at work, and so it's great to see you guys come out and give a few minutes of your time to show your level of support. So to the friends and family, I will say thank you for all that you've done to help these students get to where they are today. The journey is not over. Maybe I'll move this way. The journey is not over. They will still need your help and support along the way. Pharmacy school is not easy, as you've probably heard. The upper class students could certainly tell you it is a struggle, but it is certainly achievable, and along the way sometimes our students need some support. So that may come from friends and family that have helped them get to this point. But they also have a new set of, I call it adopted friends and family, which are the staff, the faculty, the administrators here at the University of Charleston School of Pharmacy. It's our goal, our #1 objective, to make sure that each and every one of these students sitting in the seat in the class of 2026 is successful in navigating the curriculum here at the University of Charleston School of Pharmacy, and that ultimately every one of them walks across the stage in May of 2026 with a degree of Doctor of Pharmacy. So that is our goal. And to that vein, I would like to ask the faculty and staff and administrators of the School of Pharmacy to stand and be recognized and thanks for all that you've done to get the school to this point and all that you will do to help this class of 2026 be successful. So if you guys would stand, I'd like to give you a round of applause. Thank you so much. You know, over the last 2 years, along with many other members of the staff and faculty and students here at the School of Pharmacy, have been involved in our community in a way that I don't think any of us expected we would be, more than 2 years ago. We've been called on to help with the COVID-19 pandemic, whether that's giving vaccinations, whether that's doing COVID testing, whether that's providing services of many different types along the way. And it was incredibly meaningful and incredibly impactful to us. And again, in the 27 years I've been a pharmacist, I've never felt like such an integral member of the community before. We worked alongside community members from all walks of life. And so many of those are here today. I'd ask that they stand to be recognized as well. So if we've got any frontline healthcare workers, first responders, military personnel, past or present, UCSOP alumni, pharmacists, students who've been pharmacy technicians, anyone who's helped in this vein to help support the community of Charleston, please stand and be recognized. All right. So students in the class of 2026, I don't know if anybody's gone through their pockets yet, but you've got this new white lab coat. And in your left pocket, I'd ask you to pull out and tell me what you find in there. In the left pocket. I hope it's left. Yeah, I see Thomas has got naloxone, right, or Narcan. So what a fabulous opportunity. I know Dr. Rafa mentioned it as well, but these students, in the short time they've been with us, have already been educated on basic life support, and they've already been educated on the appropriate use of naloxone or Narcan. The ability to use Narcan to save the life of someone who has overdosed on an opioid agonist. So unbelievable that they've already got the ability to save a life of a community member, change the life of a patient or community member is pretty impactful. So I say that in a matter of just a few short weeks, you've already gained quite a few amazing skills. In the next 4 years, you'll gain many other skills that will help you be able to impact patients' lives. So please don't lose track of the importance and the magnitude of all that you're learning, again, to be able to get to this point and to be able to get to the other side and make such a difference in the lives of those in your community. Now in the other pocket, anybody want to tell me what you find in that? Oh, Marnie, you've already got both pockets out, right? All right. So that is a note of sponsorship. So every white coat and the supplies that it takes to be a P1 student were sponsored by some member of our community because they wanted to support you as upcoming members of our profession, right? So how amazing it is that someone took the time and their money to donate to purchase your white coat, your blood pressure cuff, your stethoscope, screen protector, things like that. I'd ask that unless it's an anonymous gift, which several were, that you reach out, and whether it's verbal or by email or by letter, if anyone still writes letters, and thank that sponsor for what they've done to kind of give you a boost of confidence and show some support for you, all right? And I would also ask that in 4 years or so down the road, as you become an alumnus of the University of Charleston School of Pharmacy, you consider giving back in the same way, all right? I think that's very important. Finally, I just want to welcome each of you into our profession of pharmacy, welcome you into our family. I know I've talked to you several times over the last few weeks and talked about making sure that you become the best pharmacist that you can be, the most impactful pharmacist that you can be. Make a difference. Get out there. Do something that moves the button, moves the dial for a patient or for our profession in some way or another. So you've got that ability. You will learn to maximize that ability, but make the most of it. I also want to ask you to just take a moment and breathe this in. This is truly the start of your process through pharmacy school, and it'll be amazing that in 4 years you'll look back and you remember this moment, and it really won't seem like that long ago, right? So just like when you raise children, I always say the days are long, but the years are short. You'll be amazed at how quickly you'll be looking at pictures of your white coat ceremony while you're here in our hooding ceremony as P4 students ready to graduate. So I think that's very exciting. And as Dr. Rafa reminded you, always be a positive advocate for change in our profession. profession of pharmacy gives us much, and as a result, we need to make sure we give back to it and keep it as strong as it can be. The class of 2026 and faculty and staff, as you go out the auditorium, I ask that you turn right, and we're going to take our annual photo on the steps of Riggleman Hall here. That photograph will be blown up, poster size, and it will be kept in our first floor lobby for the next 4 years for everyone who comes in to see that. After 4 years, we put it somewhere else special in the building so that all of our graduating classes have their photo in the building. All other guests are also welcome to move into the left direction supposed to be around 4:30, but it might be a little bit earlier, hopefully around 4. There is a picnic on the patio down there at the boathouse, which is out on the banks of the Kanawha River all the way down to the far left, and we're going to have grilled out food and cookies and pop and all that. So that is sponsored by SNAFA, which is one of our student organizations, and we thank them for their participation and their help in that. Technically, that starts at 4:30, but I think they'll be a little bit ahead of schedule there, and there's certainly time for us to take pictures and get to know each other there. So with that, I thank you all. I appreciate you coming, and have a great, blessed day.